For Jeff Borzello, the greatest hair in show business, Kentucky
Relax,
guard,
relax. He's got to
Kentucky,
establish himself in the hair market again. He's carrying a lot of nostalgia. I got to see it.
Kentucky guard Kerr Kriisa has entered the transfer portal. He averaged 4 points and 4 assists in 9 games before suffering that foot injury. This was the injury I believe he suffered in the Gonzaga game. Remember, he was limping horribly and still contested a shot. One of the toughest, memorable plays of the season for Kerr Kriisa. Kriisa, rumored for a while to be open to a return to Kentucky. Both Mark Pope and Kerr Kriisa had commented publicly during the season on, yeah, we want him to come back. And now, just a week into the portal being open, he has entered the transfer portal and delivered his own personal handwritten thank you note to BBN, saying, I will always cherish my time. I wish you the best. So it does not sound like there's any world where he returns to Kentucky. Your thoughts on this move for Kerr Kriisa?
Yeah, it's interesting, to be honest with you, because I thought he was gonna like kind of establish himself as the older program guy for Kentucky, stick around there, be a beloved fan of BBN, and be someone that could provide maybe some guard depth and provide some age and experience and winning experience. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised that he's back into the portal. It makes me wonder like what his intentions are. Maybe he wants to be in a spot where he's a starter and plays major minutes, and he's not okay with being this like role guy.
Yeah. So the report on this, I think Jack Pilgrim from KSR, shout to Jack, had termed this as a mutual decision for Kentucky going into year two, which I believe to be true. Also, Card, how familiar are you with mutual decisions when it comes to someone departing something?
Never mutual.
It's never mutual,
Never.
especially when two guys, both Pope and Kerr Kriisa, have been publicly saying for a month that they're excited to have him return next year.
Also, respectfully, and this is not meant to be in a negative light whatsoever. I don't think anything with Kerr Kriisa in his life is mutual.
What does that
He's
mean?
just like a non-mutual guy.
He's a non-mutual guy. Okay.
He's like, let's do this together. And I feel like he's like, no, F you. And you're like, why are you
So
saying that, Kerr? And he's like, I don't know. It's not mutual.
this will be Kerr Kriisa's fourth school in 6 seasons. Played three at Arizona, one at West Virginia, one at Kentucky, now a 6 year somewhere else. Who do we think asked out of this first?
Asked out of
Kerr
like
Kriisa at Kentucky. Because again, for a month,
Kerr,
the story publicly
Kerr,
has been we want him back. He wants back. He's
Kerr,
coming back.
Kerr.
You think it was Kerr that wants out of this?
Yes.
Tell me why, because I disagree.
Because I think he's seeing what Kentucky's trying to do, who they're trying to get, and Kerr Kriisa is probably seeing his money deplete. And also, like, we know how Kerr Kriisa is wired. He's like, what the hell? You got Donovan Dent at home. You got Estonian Donovan Dent. Why are you trying to go get Donovan Dent? He probably feels disrespected.
Yeah, so this is just my flip on that. In a sense, he is being a little disrespected. Now, I don't think it's actually disrespectful at all, but we've talked about it on other videos, and we haven't even mentioned Kerr. We've just mentioned they're recruiting over a Caden and Jasper right now. Kentucky has been aggressively not just trying to bring in guards, bring in star guards at the expense of their 5 star freshmen that are coming in, and at the expense of any guard that would have been rumored to return. That's Kerr Kriisa here. So I'll tell you my interpretation of this card. Mark Pope has some massive killer to him right now.
Oh, it's not just gratitude.
Mark Pope had a smile on his face, screaming gratitude, talking about how great of a teammate Kerr Kriisa is, how important he is to the program, how they can't wait to get him back next year. BBN, he's so important to our culture. And then the moment the season ended, Mark Pope called up 11 guards that are better than Kerr Kriisa to take Kerr Kriisa's spot.
I mean, yeah, I guess he does have some shit to him.
I love the way that's operating, if that's actually what happened here. Kentucky fans, I bet will try and tell me that's not what happened. But no, I think this is Mark Pope realizing he's the coach at Kentucky right now.
Mark
Vibes are
Pope guy.
one thing. Great players are much more important.
That's very true. I think it does show a little bit something. And with all due respect to him, like there is, there Kirk Kriisa I think can be a piece. I don't know if he's like a major factor on a championship, like major like your backup point guard on a championship team.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think that is? Like, because he's had 2 seasons at Arizona where he played 30 minutes a game, averaged 10 and 5, basically, was a very key member of a team with national title hopes. Those teams won a bunch of games. And then he had an even bigger role at West Virginia. That team stunk. And then he had a miniature role at Kentucky. This team was obviously good. What do you think the best type role for him is?
For Kerr Kriisa?
Yeah.
Um, hmm, like starting point guard for Ohio State.
Okay. Is
I think
Ohio
he wants
State
to. I
good
think.
if
I
he's
think he wants.
starting
I think
there?
he. I think he wants to play a lot, and I don't think he necessarily cares about the other things, or
Okay.
like the or DePaul, um, just like the name SMU. Uh, I don't know, but I think there also is some value to the fact that I mean, Kirk Kriisa is going to be 25 at his next college basketball season.
Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he has another year.
Yeah, me too.
Interesting. All right. Well, so should a championship level team want Kerr Kriisa? Could another program convince him to do what he did at Kentucky? Just be a great fun culture bench guy?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think he wants to play a major role and be a major factor.
Okay.
I think. Do you feel the same way or no?
I think you could convince him to do the role he did this year. I think Kerr Kriisa just enjoys college basketball, just being a part of it, and doesn't even really care if he plays and just wants to get paid one more year.
Someone will give him a bag, I feel like.
Yeah, it's true. Will there ever be a moment next season where Kentucky misses Kerr Kriisa?
Yes. Yep. Yep. I think they'll miss him. Um, and an away loss at Vanderbilt, but it won't matter. But like they'll have some discuss. We'll make a video about does Kentucky miss Kerr Kriisa?
Yeah, there will be a moment that we do that.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
It is March, and that means that March Madness is upon us. And if you are looking for a place to play, Underdog Fantasy has you covered. Sign up and deposit using code SLEEPERS, that's code SLEEPERS, to receive up to $1,000 in bonus credit plus a free pick. Head over to Underdog Fantasy today and use promo code SLEEPERS to take advantage of this amazing offer.